Nobody sees me do live streams anymore, so this might be a pretty quiet live stream. Hey, how's it going, Pistol Pete? How you doing, buddy? How are things down there in Texas? Hey, what's going on, Ivan? Nice and warm, I'm sure it is, Pete. I want to get down there next year. I'm definitely going to link up with you again and bring some different bikes. I might bring the Nakeds down there, Pete. So, how's it going, everybody? So, guys, I am. I guess I probably should have logged this a little bit better, but it was just things have been pretty crazy for me lately or whatever. So, let's just go over what's going on. So I got the 2014 Rocket 3 Roadster. This is the Carpenter equipped, badass 2300cc cruiser. And right now, you can see she's getting a little tore down. So it's not that far away from me sliding this engine out of here. And the reason being, a year and a half ago, that's how long it's been gear. And I had some trans work done to it and whatever. I think it's going to be a minor repair, even though it's major in labor. It's going to be minor in parts. I think something that affixes the shift fork for the shifter here. We're missing everything through here for the, I guess you would call them, footrest and controls and everything. But, this is basically the shifter. Your shift rod comes up here to this linkage. The shift shaft up in here actually will, move the shift forks along with the sliders and the moving gears in there, and that's what gives us our different gears. So right now I am missing a gear. You can hear that two clicks right there. That's third and fourth gear, or fourth and fifth gear actually, I think. So right now there's neutral. This thing has no transmission that has dislodged, and I got a full season of whipping the snot out of this thing. Having lunch and middle right and news. Hey, thanks for checking in here when you got your notification. So, anyways, I am kind of an advocate. I mean, if this stuff is under warranty, I'll bring it to the dealership. But this bike is a 2014. Hey, what's up, Max Wrist? We got Max or Wristy is in the house. Which one of you two? Or both of you? So, this bike actually makes some, both. Okay, what's going on, guys? This guy here actually rips. This thing, I run Corbin hard bags on it, full cruiser. You see the sissy bar for, Max when he wants to go for a ride on the back of the bike and do some wheelies. And when I say wheelies, check back at my archives, and there is some pretty good videos of this thing standing, up at probably 9 o'clock ish. 9, 10 o'clock ish, first, second gear rolls that, it'll, do big power wheelies, which is, teabagging, what a dick. Anyways, we'll, do some big wheelies with this bike. I've gone, at the quarter mile, with bags on it. I've gone 10, 20, what was it? It was, no, it was 10, 10 at 124. miles an hour on this bike. So yeah, I had bags on it. I had the Corbin hard bags. They're put away in the back right now. So, but we're gonna freshen her up. I'm sending ECU back to Carpenter. It's gonna get a new Toon Boy reflash that will allow this thing to rev to 8,000 RPMs. Right now I'm limited to 7,000 RPMs. So this engine package, as you'll see right here, let me zoom in, see whether you guys can see it. I don't know how clearly you can see that. Let's see here. Yeah, it ain't very clear. That's Carpenter's engraving there. State at 12 to 1. $2. You teabag. What am I supposed to do with $2? I appreciate it. Hey, what's going on, Richie Rich? We're bantering back and forth, Richie Rich, with Max Wrist. Max and Risty are in the house, and they're giving me a hard time about teabagging. And there's some things that go on behind the 5 Up scenes, and I guess that's for a different channel, which is not appropriate for YouTube. I'm seriously, I'm just kidding. But I want to find out from some of you guys. I know there's only a few of you watching, but would you view or enjoy videos of me doing? Yeah, I know I finally shaved off. I was looking like an old man, all gray. But would you guys be interested in watching me do actual edited videos of me doing teardowns and repairs and bike builds, and or for you guys, a Doug DeMurio style reviews? Okay, so not that's why my channel initially started as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because I have more than just crazy riding and antics to offer. I can actually wrench on my own stuff, and know a lot of the intricacies of what's going on with these bikes, insides and outs of them. So yeah, it's the Rocket is discontinued right now. But we have spy shots, and we have pictures now on the Al Gore's internet of the new Rocket, and it looks amazing. It doesn't look as classic as this bike, but this bike needed a refresh. It really did. And I mean, I'm not going to get rid of this bike to get the new one, because the new one still isn't going to compete with the power that this thing makes, with the 12 to 1 piston, CNC ported head, custom grind camshafts, and everything that Carpenter did. This bike puts down over 170 foot-pound torque to the rear tire. And I don't know whether you can see in here real good. You can see the port job inside the cylinder head. So look more like a V-Rod type cruiser. I'm grabbing a light here, guys. This is the intake side. So you can see the intake ports inside here are just huge. You can see all the real nice CNC port work and everything. It's got different valves in it and everything. It's got high rev, heavier valves. Yeah, rear tire goes up in smoke on this thing, Pete. It's got a Metzler 240 on the back of it, and this thing's pretty squared off. All the good rubber is gone. That tire made it about 4,000 miles, 5,000 miles on this bike. I did the Icon tuned inch lowering rear shocks on this thing too, which allowed it to launch a heck of a lot better when you're coming out of the hole real hard. It's got a power commander on it for the fuel tuning. It's got the ignition module also, only to use the power commander quick shifter. So I got to get that all back in order. I might even switch quick shifters on this bike. Never be able to do auto blip, because it is a cable driven throttle bodies. So we'll be getting some good times out of this thing. When it has another 1,000 RPMs, put some race fuel on it. I think this bike is capable of 980s at the track at full weight. So, I'll be definitely working on piloting this thing to be tearing up some other cruisers, and honestly a lot of sport bikes, which is just a blast. So a typical sport bike, you can't put down the power short wheelbase until midway down the track. So Appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. Ivan, I'll be back later if you're around. Okay. All right. No problem, Ivan. This was just a spur of the moment thing. Um, you guys want to see something else that I do too? I got under this cover here. Now, this is kind of crazy. So I'm into cars too. Been into cars my whole life, and this is the motor out of my 1994 Lincoln Mark 8. So this guy, I don't know how many of you guys want to see what's under the cover. What I would power a Lincoln Mark 8 for. Hashtag street sleeper. So here, I'll peel it off. Just got a strap over right now. In the middle of moving my shop and everything. So this here is started out as a this thing started out as a 4.6 4-valve mod motor. They're essentially 280 horse back in '94. So, you know, it's some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, that the rocket did kill Diavol. This rocket will do well over 170 miles an hour. But this is a motor for my Lincoln. It's been gone through some transformations. It was a 5-liter stroker with stock heads. A lot of other goodies going on here. I did a 98 Cobra upper half on it with the shortened intake runners on it, blah, 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 blah. It's got a Vortec T-trim on it. It's been non-intercooled its whole life. It used to be 26 pounds of boost on race fuel. So with a little bit of nitrous, I made 670 rear wheel horse through this automatic transmission for R75W and IRS suspension and everything. So I put this thing all together myself. The short block was decent compression. Cobra will no longer be on race fuel, but it'll be on E85, which is 105 octane, and we'll slow the blower way down. We'll be doing a. Are you a part of the Cleveland Fast Boys? No, I'm friends with those guys. I dropped out of that group. Most of those guys are still really good friends of mine. But in most cases, I'm just doing my own thing, guys. Just worried about business and, making ends meet and providing content and having a good time with guys like, 650 Ebe and Max Wrist and, the non-YouTube guys, which are very close friends of mine also, which you guys know I do videos with Turbo Warren quite often and Todd and, get my buddy Denny and Trigger out and whatever. So we have a good time. That's for sure. So, hey, thanks, Risty. Hey, what's going on, Steve Orson? There's another good friend of mine, too. Never met him in person, but real cool guy. Steve and I get to catch up on things here every once in a while, and he contributes to the channel and a big fan of 650 E-ball. But yeah, this is my bullet for the Lincoln. So this motor should produce rear wheel horsepower. It'll be right around 630 at the tire, and then I'll spray it with about 100 shot, so it'll make mid sevens at the rear tire. So I love to live long and prosper, Risty. Oh yeah, the Civic is. This will work in the Civic. We can do. Let's do a mid-engine Civic. I have a ZF gearbox out of my Pantera that we can throw in this thing. But enough of the engine porn here with all the beautiful powder-coated parts. We're back on the rocket here. So I talked to you guys. My last video was not the very last one, but the last one was, with Max Wrist. We did some wheelies on the naked bikes. We still have a lot of footage from that. I'm kind of waiting on those guys to start working on putting together some of that footage because we have some really awesome motovlog footage of us bantering back and forth. Me have I wouldn't say meltdowns, but we, we definitely had some fun. But at the end of the day here, you know, we're going to be putting out some badass footage here at the 5 Up camp. So it's just for me finding time to sit down and, you know, uh, found a 2018 rocket for 11K. That makes me sad that they're going that cheap. I paid over 14 grand for this bike and have another 12 grand into it. So, but whatever. It's a labor of love. I love my Triumph triple cylinder threats here. So, but yeah, we'll be as soon as I get this motor out of this rocket and split the case and everything. We're gonna be disassembling the transmission area here. I'll be pulling all these perimeter bolts all around here for the oil pan and splitting the case, and then I'll be figuring this thing out. Yeah, and it'll be getting put back together. But I will be getting my S1000 up here, my 2016 double R. If you guys follow me, you've seen the crash video. Very, very super happy. I'm up and walking around and still okay. The bike is not okay, but the frame is good. The engine's good. Most everything is still going to be okay with that thing, and I'm going to rock it out and do a bike build. I'm not looking for sponsorship dollars. I'm not looking for Patreon or anything like that. I just want you guys to see, again, the other side of what 5Up is capable of here. So, check out my channel. There's the S1000. I clipped a car at a unspecified speed, and the bike pretty much got totaled. So, but it is very rebuildable. So, I got a lot of the parts from a good friend of mine for the front end of the bike, and we're going to be putting a baby small arm on it, probably a 4-inch arm. We're going to be slamming it, pulling as much weight out of it as possible, and all the body work is going to be carbon fiber on it now. So, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Towdy. So, but I don't know whether my Wi-Fi will work back there, and see whether I can show you guys what the bike looks like right now, in case you didn't see it. I kind of... All right. You guys still there? Got the Diavels, X Diavel, the Titanium, the Monster R, badass simplicity. Hey, what's going on, John? And 1,000. This is what happens when you hit a car. Yeah, I'll walk right back out. Craig, I'll go back towards where my Wi-Fi still connects from my house. But I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of what the S1000 looks like right now. Ability, because this thing's been sitting forever, and she's still firing. It's gonna get new forks, all new front drive, new radiator, new oil cooler. All this stuff's gonna be fixed. It's just okay. We should be reconnecting the Wi-Fi, guys. Zach did the camshafts and the head gasket. My S1000 had an inherent 2015-2016 problem of the head gasket failure and overheating due to head bolts not being torqued properly by the machine. So, hey, what's going on, Smoke One? So, overfilling the degas bottle full of coolant and whatever. So, I ended up dropping it off to Sills BMW in Cleveland there. Zach took care of doing the head gasket job, and we added the Bren tuning race cams in that bike, which and ARP head studs. And that stepped that bike up quite a bit. If you guys watch my crash video, there was no 1000cc liter bike that was out that day, including other BMWs with a lot of work that would hang with that thing. So it'll be back better than ever for sure. So yeah, yeah, it was a pretty bad wreck, but thank you very much. I appreciate that very much, Craig. I am reading your comments. So, yeah, I got super lucky. So we changed some things on how we ride and what we do when we're Hey, thanks, Smoke One. When we go and ride these things and do what we do, you can step out your front door and something bad happened to you. So, I mean, that's for sure. I was back on a bike within the week after that accident. So, okay, we'll see you, Pete. Yeah, hey, get a hold of me, buddy. Wouldn't mind catching up with you and doing for 2019 with that badass 2 that you have. So, thanks, buddy. You have a good night. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna be doing some repairs on this. I'm fixing the transmission, go through everything, show you guys what I do, and yeah. So this is a Harbor Freight bike lift. I upgraded it with a much heavier duty front chalk, right? And then I built a deal down here because the jack took a crap on it. So now I have a 20-ton hydraulic aerobatic jack. So if I take this guy here, I had to drill these holes in here in order to get this to pass through, but you'll see the bike will, I gotta set the phone down for a second. Okay, there we go. I just had to crack this loose. But the bike lowers down just like a regular jack, right? But when it's tightened up and I grab the shop air, sorry guys, hook up shop air, pump her up, bike goes right up now. So that's how we do that here at 5 Up. Just made this cradle, made it go into the factory location, the Harbor Freight jack, cut it up really nice, had one of my buddies do the welding on it, and a cheap $80 with rebates 20-ton hydraulic jack. Picks that thing up no problem. So, and now she's up to very easy working height. So I'm draining the oil. I got the radiator out of it, got the coolant out of it, throttle bodies, the dry sump oil tank, starter's all undone. All the wiring is pretty much undone. So I'm just got these motor mount bolts right here, and then this motor mount pin that goes through here. That's got to come out, and I'll be able to actually use my cherry picker over there and lift the bike up from, from the engine itself. This big ass monster of a motor in this bike. What's up, drag bike? Hey, thanks, G. Gmail. I got it. How do you like that Harbor Freight bike lift? So the Harbor Freight bike lift was okay. I personally, looking back at it, I would save my money and buy a better one rather than the Harbor Freight one because I actually use it a lot now. Yeah, the Wi-Fi extender's hooked up, man. What happened? How did it? Oh, wait, no, wait. Street Ross, I'm reading your comment right now. You said the bike you wrecked, which was my S1000. What happened? Did you do it? And when will it be fully restored? So, well, I made a mistake. So, hey, what's going on? Boost at Ford. Fadi's in the house right now. So, hey, what's up, Fadi? Fadi has got a twin turbo Huracan. So, that is a monster. We're gonna be doing some collabs. What do you think, guys? You want to see me race some cars with some of the super bikes? Maybe the V4 Speciale, maybe the 1299 Anniversario. Who knows? Maybe even the stretched H2 if he's on kill. I think I need the H2 for that Huracan, but I want to make for some good footage, and I'm not out just to beat up on cars. I'd like to get something that's a good close race, so maybe the V4. You like that idea, Smoke One? So, hell, maybe even the Rocket if I get it back together. So, but the trap speed is not enough on this Rocket. It's only like 130 mile an hour trap speed when I start revving it to 8,000 RPM. So, but yeah, the S1000 though, to finish answering your question, I'm gonna do a bike build series. It's gonna be a full edited series. Won't be this live stream choppy, shitty non-Wi-Fi crap as some of you are complaining. Good footage and hopefully some better cameras. It'll be just GoPro footage, honestly, for right now, but I'll just find a to deal with it here in a garage here where I work on my motorcycles. So, but yeah, you can even see here. This is this is a triple. It's a 2300 cc triple from Triumph, and you can see way deep in the cylinders there. This thing has some extensive cylinder head porting done from Carpenter Racing. So this is one of my favorite bikes. This bike gets a lot of wow factor. You pull up at a bike night with in between a group of Harleys, and everybody kind of wonders what the hell it is, or the ones who know what it is. Even their best, most badass, 120R pro-charged Harley guy doesn't want any part of this thing naturally aspirated. That's the cool part. That's what I like. So, but you guys leave in the comments, what you would like to see out of 5 Up here about over my channel. I'm really hoping that I can continue doing some very diverse things here. I definitely want to. Hey, Fadi, you yay, nay? So that okay. So Fadi, you're gonna remember this. Let me switch the camera back around. Remember when I raced you back years ago in your orange Gallardo? This was the motor that's in my Lincoln Mark 8 that I raced you with. Pushed my shit in when we raced. Everybody, of course, you want more drag strip content, and you know what? I have more, and I'll continue going to the drag strip. I wish more of you guys were into the circuit track. When I go to Coda to Barber, that's where I really have a lot of fun. But the views are kind of crappy. So it's been a long time, hasn't it, Fadi? So. Yeah, I mean, that was back when my car was consistently dig racing on the street. My Mark 8, 4,300 pound full weight Lincoln, and I was going 1120s with that thing consistently, and I just hell out of it and prey on higher horsepower cars that more than likely would not hook on the street, and I would take their money. So, but yeah, it's just a little bit of reminiscing between me and Boost It Forward there, guys. You got to check out his channel too. He has same thing as sort of I do here. He has a array of badass supercars, right? So he has a Porsche 911 Carrera. That's the 911? God, I'm horrible with the Porsches. I know it's not a GT2 or a GT3, right, Fadi? So yeah, snowmobile racing. Yeah, that's another one. And 911 Turbo S. Okay, and then he has a twin turbo Huracan also, which gets with the program or whatever. So he has an awesome channel. He's growing his channel. It's growing very quickly. I already know that thing's gonna rock and roll here very very soon, and he'll be surpassing anything that we can do with motorcycle content. So. I'm going to diversify a little bit, though. I'm going to stick mainly with the motorcycles. If I do get back into my car stuff and, you guys are interested, I might dabble a little bit in that. So, what's that, Street Rossi? Smaller bike frame. Yeah, I guess. I mean, uh, hey, no problem. No problem, Fadi. Yeah. I really want to do a collab with, cars that are fast. I've raced 1,000 horse, Shelbys with my S1000. I can just play with them, do wheelies past them and stuff. But I won't be able to pull that kind of crap with the twin turbo Huracan. But to put a 1,000 cc motor in a smaller bike chassis, I mean, I don't know what you would do, like a Track Dynamics drag chassis or something like that. I mean, most all that stuff is all Busa and old 900 air cooled Kawasaki stuff. But that's would be a huge project, that's for sure. And I don't know how much you would get out of it. You can pull a lot of weight out of a modern super bike if that's all you want to do is race with it. This bike right here, I can't pull a lot of weight out of, so I had to use the 2,300 cc's, the 236 rear wheel horse, and the 175 foot-pounds of torque that this bike puts down through a shaft drive to motor it through these nasty Michigan streets. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get relax. You can see it's dark here in Michigan. It's pretty crappy. I don't know. I'm getting kind of depressed with this damn weather here, so I think I'm gonna take a trip with Fadi down to Florida, and we're gonna go do some racing in his Huracan, or maybe I'll bring a bike down, talk him into riding with me. Probably not, but you guys. Hey, Steve, you take care. Also, I appreciate you for rocking out here. So I will talk to you guys very soon. We'll check out some new content here soon and see what you guys are receptive and what you like. So there we go. All right, Smoke One. Thank you very much, buddy. Talk to you guys. Have a good night.